Talk of the Trollway spotlights Mount Horeb, Wisconsin's unique artists, entertainers, hobbyists, and personalities. Funding for Talk of the Trollway is provided by Miller & Sons Supermarket.
In his teens, encouraged by a few friends from school, Peter Kish started singing and playing the guitar.
Constant as the morning sun.
In the past few years, music has become part and parcel of who he is.
Rising in the
In the middle of the night, he'll jump out of bed to make a note of a melody. He has occasionally shown up late to work because he's writing a song.
I don't need too much of nothing.
These days, if you see him in public with a guitar in his hands, you'll likely hear a familiar cover tune.
I know that I don't need a whole lot of anything. I just want a little bit of everything. Na 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 na, na 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 na.
If you catch him in a more private setting, you might hear an original penned by the Mount Horeb chiropractor.
Calming wind of peace. Do 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 do.
Or even a little ditty made up right there on the spot.
I have no idea where to start this. Walking down the street just the other day, saw me a troll along the way, had a great big key, some kind of tablet there. He had a hat on his head and clean underwear. Got a rhyme.
I'm your host, Gary Schutz, and on this episode of Talk of the Trollway, Peter discusses his history of writing and performing music, from the basement to the brew house to the backyard barbecue.
Music is essential. It's just, music's a part of the fabric of my life. It's always there. Even when it's not on, it's on. The first song I wrote was a love song. I'm thinking how it goes. So I was away at chiropractic college. Coming back home feels like a long time since I've seen your eyes. Coming back home feels like a long ride to get you into my life. And I'm coming home today. Nothing can get in my way, and I hope to see you today. And that's amazing that I even remember that, because I never wrote that down. I just remember how it went, and that's kind of how it went. I had two friends in high school that were both juniors in high school, Ted and Jeff, and they play guitar together, and they would play out in the school grounds, and I was like, that's really cool, because I was listening to Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young and all the incredible harmonies and acoustics and Seals and Crofts and just, all these great bands with these great harmonies. And I just thought, that's really cool. I want to do that. So I've worked since I was 12. So I had money. So I put some of my money and bought a Martin Sigma guitar when I was a senior in high school. And I basically learned 4 chords from these guys. It's some songs that they were doing, so I learned a couple songs, but it was rough. I would sit down in my basement and play like Neil Young songs and stuff, and my mom would yell downstairs. She'd go, "Peter, are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "It sounds like you're sick." So it wasn't a great introduction into doing solo acoustic work. I'm not a musician. I'm not a trained person. I'm really poor on music theory, but certain things just make sense. Music for me is a hobby. It is something, it's relaxing, it's some people say, I like to sit down and read a book, but if I have a choice of sitting down and reading or sitting down and playing guitar, I'm gonna play guitar. And it may be a song I've played 100 times before, or maybe something I'm diddling around and figuring out and learning. But that's the satisfaction for me, is just to be able to do a song. Everyone's process is different. My process is I play a chord progression. So this is smooth. And I was playing smooth up at my brother's cottage, open down here, and I threw the capo up because I was going to play a Hootie song. And I just, for some reason, started playing the same chord progression. And I thought, oh, I hear a song in that, so. I know you just like you know me. And I'm not talking about familiarity. And I've seen you just like you've seen me. At the best and worst, and are really nice and naughty. But after all the things we've said and done, after all the sin and all the fun, you're the one for me. You're the one that's for me. That's the song I wrote for my wife on my brother's deck. It was actually very fun. It's a great satisfaction to write a song, but it's not like it lasts, because I go on to something else and I never go back and play it or sing it. Sometimes I never listen to it again. I will never be a great guitar player. I'll never do really hot little licks. It's not going to happen. I will make things sound pretty good on the guitar. I go out and play gigs because I like to sing. It's like, oh, I have this desire to entertain people. No, it's not true. I just want to sing, and I don't want to do it in my basement. If they're going to pay me to play, I'll do it there. The only difference is I have to carry equipment because I'm my own roadie.
A nibble on sponge cake, watching the sun bake.
First time I got on stage was about 5-6 years ago. My friend Peter Reynoso would come over, and he plays drums, and he would play drums and we would just fool around. And he said, when are you going to play out? And I'm like, never, because I will wet myself and that will be the end of it. And he goes, okay. So he calls me on a Thursday and he said, what are you doing tomorrow night? And I said, I don't know, I haven't talked to Lisa what's going to go on. And he said, we're going to go up to Martinsville. And he said, I put you on the open mic list. And I said, well, I'm not going. And he goes, but you have to, you just have to do it. Talk to Lisa. So I talked to Lisa and she says, you have to do it. So I did.
It's nobody's fault.
I was incredibly nervous in playing in front of people. I know how I sound. And of course, everyone wants to be accepted and appreciated and approved of. And was I going to be? I have no idea. So I played 3 songs and I was 3 and done. I played them as fast as I could. So, you know, Brown Eyed Girl is a song that goes, hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. I played it. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Just to get through it. I was pretty nervous.
I cut my heel, had to cruise on back home.
The last time Lindsay and I played at Gray's Tide House about 3-4 weeks ago, they made us do 3 encores. It was just like, seriously? People wouldn't let us leave. We had to do 3 encores. I think they liked us. That was very satisfying. Crowd reaction is huge. You look around when you're playing and people are tapping and they're mouthing the words. You know you're connecting with people.
Searching for my lost shaker salt.
Music is extremely emotional, and there's always an emotional hook with every song you do. You know, it's like every song I write. Half my songs I write about my wife because she's the most important thing in my life, and I really do. And I write some really beautiful songs. But a lot of songs I write are very, they all come out of a want or a need or an emotion. When you look at the totality of the music I write a lot about love and I write a lot about loss. So a lot of very sad songs about loss. I've written songs about a friend of mine. I have 3 friends from my group of friends in high school that have passed. You know, sad day. I actually wrote a song called Sad Days. I play my songs in the basement. I don't play my songs out. So Lisa hears my songs and she'll say, I like that song. And other songs, in fact, one time about 2 years ago, I did about 30 original songs up at Fisher King, and I said, Lisa, I'm just going to do these. I want you to make note of every song and how people respond to it, because I have no idea if people like my songs or not. It's the stuff I do. So they don't hear it, I don't get feedback. Sure. So that's it. No one knows my songs, but I'm addicted to writing. It's all about confidence. It's all about, would people like this song? Is it something that they would like to hear? That's the thing that stops me from playing my stuff. I don't know whether people would like it. And I guess in that is inherently rejection, and no one wants to be rejected. I don't write for people. I write because it comes out of me. And sometimes it's beautiful and sometimes it's stupid. I come back and listen to some of the stuff I've written, I'm like, that's really terrible. But some of it's really beautiful. This song was written about Fred. The song's about a guy sitting kind of waiting for the end of his life in a nursing home and missing his wife who's preceded him in death. This cloudy day I'm thinking of you. Watch raindrops fall down out of the blue, and you thinking about you. Summers to winters, spring turns to fall. Watching what happens, I wonder about it all, and you thinking about you. And if this rain keeps falling, I'll stay right in this place. My thoughts twirling like the stars out in space. And I'll wait for you in this quiet old space, thinking about you. Thinking about you. As I grow old, I think of the young. How will they navigate the obstacles to come? And you thinking about you. Day turns to nighttime, morning brings sun. My life adventures and the falling down I've done, and you thinking about you. And life's little mysteries never show me her face. And I want you here to get me out of this place. Now that you're gone, my mind's been running a race, forgetting your name, forgetting your face, and you thinking about you. I like that song. It's pretty. I really understand this guy. I just do. I understand him. Here's the deal. One day it will just come to me, like the day I was sitting in the basement and told Lisa, I have got to get out of here. I've got to go play someplace. There will be a day when I really have a desire to play my songs. I don't know when it will be. I don't know. I think what will probably stimulate that event for me is is finding a confidence in what I write. You send me up to the blue, blue. I want it all with you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Flew, my heart up and flew. The first time I saw you, I fell in love with you. And if the sun should refuse to shine, I don't mind. You light up my life. And if the moon should refuse to rise, I don't mind. I have your love light in my eyes. True, true, I will always be true to you. You're my honey pumpkin doo-doo, and I'm in love with you. New, you bring something new. Every day there is you, and I'm in love with you. And if the sun should refuse to shine, I don't mind. You light up my life. And if the moon should refuse to rise, I don't mind. I have your love light in my eye. You send me up to the blue, blue. I want it all with you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Well, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. That's for my honey pumpkin.
Well, thank you.
Honey pumpkin doo-doo.
Coming up on Talk of the Trollway, it could be you or someone you know. Let us know who we haven't met yet. Email talktrollway@gmail.com.
Artists, musicians, interesting personalities. Talk of the Trollway, take stock of all of these. Everyday people from every walk you'll see, there to tell their story on TV. Well, it's Gary and Brian, we'll capture every frame. Take from anonymity to the heights of fame. They'll tell your story the way they feel is right. You'll have to live with it both day and night. Talk of the Trollway.
Talk of the Trollway is a production of Mount Horeb, Wisconsin's village cable station, Trollway TV. Funding for Talk of the Trollway is provided by Miller & Sons Supermarket.